The new home sales market has been on fire. Subdivisions all over the country have been selling out faster than they can build them. In fact, it's even gone beyond that. They're selling houses that aren't even built yet. Yeah, there was always some speculative home selling in new home developments where, as a builder started to plat out a street, they would put sample homes on the street and let you pick out what you wanted to buy. But this is an even more speculative market. The number of homes for sale that haven't even been built yet is at the highest level on record, even higher than 2005, 2006 housing market crash. So first, put some comments below. Let us know what you're seeing. If you're a builder, are you seeing houses offered for sale that aren't even built yet? If you are a realtor, do you have builder sellers that are putting homes on the market and taking contracts? If you're a buyer, are you looking at these homes? And here's the reason why. It talks about things you should know if you're buying a not yet built house. Many of these homes have escalation clauses, meaning that if the price of the build goes up, lumber cost, labor cost, fixtures, what have you, they can come back at you with a higher price before closing. And it's all documented. It's in the contract. Even if it's not in the contract, most of them have an opt-out clause so that if the prices go up, they can just cancel your contract and put it back on the market for a higher price. There's almost no downside for the builder of getting you on contract. At least they have a backup if the market crashes or if the price doesn't go up. You're almost like worst case scenario as a buyer. They have it sold. In fact, it helps them because they can take that signed contract and use it with their lender to get funding to build their next house. So you may be inadvertently being an asset on the balance sheet for that home builder so that that home is not a liability on their books as an unsold asset. They can now take and show that as a sold asset, almost as good as cash, and then use their credit line or their credit facility to start building the next home. Buying a house that is not completed and doesn't have a set price is risk. We saw a story in the news the other day where a woman and her family had a house. She put a contract in for $170,000. After 6 or 8 months, it was supposed to be built. They kept extending the date, August, November, December of last year, January. And finally in January, they said, well, we have to raise the price another $10,000 to $180,000. They agreed to the extra $10,000 to $180,000 in January. Now here it is May, almost June. They got a notice a few days ago that now the builder says you have to pay $220,000. Home isn't even done yet. And the buyer, even if they wanted to, can't do the extra $40,000 because their loan is only approved for a certain amount. In fact, the lender has appraised the house for an amount that gives them a loan for X amount plus their down payment. In order for them to pay the $220,000, they'd have to come out of pocket cash the extra $40,000, which they don't have. So now they're forced with not having a place to live. In fact, their lease on their prior rental home or apartment expired in September of last year when they were supposed to move. Since they didn't have a house to move in, they just went month to month. Well, now month to month rental rates are $500 a month higher than their regular rent would have been. So they're already paying $500 a month more times 6 months. They're already $3,000 extra out of pocket. Now they don't have a home to move into, so they have to get a new lease, which is going to be higher than what it was before. So these speculative new homes, a lot of times it's better, if you can, to wait for the home to be done or just buy a resale that you don't have to worry about the price escalation. Let us know what you think about these these new homes being sold prior to completion and these escalations being executed by building companies.